Alright, so the critical thinking strategy is basically a very, very simple three-step process. So instead of just automatically jumping to, what techniques are there? Oh, I can see, they're using like a wide shot, or they're using lighting, or they're using metaphors or whatever. We don't focus on any of that straight away. The first thing we do when we read a text or we watch a movie or something like that is we think about, first of all, how we feel. So that's called our emotional response, how we feel about it. Does it make us sad? Does it make us happy? Think about it in very simple terms first. And also our interpretation. So what does it make us think about? So does it make us question anything? Does it give us any ideas? Does it have any meaning to it? That's basically what we mean by the word interpretation. So in English, these two words are very, very common in questions. Essays will ask you, how does this create meaning? Which is basically your interpretation. What is your interpretation of this? What is your response? How do you feel about this picture? How do you feel about this video clip? So that's the very first thing you need to understand and be very clear about with yourself when you're watching something for the first time or reading something for the first time. Think about how you feel, which is your response, and what you think about or what meaning you create, which is your interpretation of the text. So once you've done that, then only do we go on to step 2. So you think, okay, I'm currently feeling this way, I'm currently thinking of this thing. So we ask ourselves, why do I think and feel this way? And basically the reason why you think and feel this way is because the author or the text creator or the director has included techniques in there to help you or to manipulate you into thinking a certain way or into feeling a certain way. So the second step is to think about the techniques. That's when you think about, oh, it's because he's using lighting, or maybe he's using a metaphor, or maybe he's using an anecdote that makes me feel really sad or makes me feel really happy, or he's trying to make me think of an issue in a different way. So that's where your techniques come into play. So again, first step, how I feel and what I think about. Second step is, why do I feel that way? Why do I think that? And then the third question you want to ask yourself is basically, what is the purpose of the text creator wanting me to feel this way or think a certain way? So this is basically our three-step process. So for the last part, for what purpose would the director or creator want me to think or feel this way? And in order to think about the purpose, we have to take into account who we are as an audience, our current time, place, and events that are occurring. So this is called context. So those things are all very important to take into consideration. Does anyone have any questions so far? Does this all make sense? Okay. So let's go into an example of something you may have seen recently.